just wanted to let you know that the things that are happening on this planet via centralized operations of things, say your food, your education, your medical, and your information, your informers, they are all highly weaponized. It really depends on your money status, which nobody has it, because then you would have a separate, say, well, you would have the antidotes to all the poisons that they are administering, and that's a well-known thing. But what's happening is it's been a free-for-all since the C-19 announcement thing. There's a lot of, well, it's been happening that there's a change of hands, right? As far as financially, who owns, especially the United States, but really, you want to talk about the human organism, who, if they are agreeing to medical procedures that, in fact, scientifically patents them, then now they are under ownership by these corporations who have I don't know what the word would be, corporified, corpsified you. Not that that hasn't been happening already. From the very beginning, when you start signing in black and white the supposed who you are kind of thing, which is the poor kids, poor fucking kids. If any of you remember, your questions were probably slapped out of you a long time ago, or you. I was just about to say, you came from a broken home and you were free enough to kind of be able to, experience some things. I was going to say on a traumatic level, to where it just kept slapping your ass into, well, pick yourself up. You pick yourself up. Nobody's telling you how the world works, but imagine that, you're just kind of moving through. How about you learn how you work? You learn how your body is working. You learn how, the world, very illusory, right? So anyway, getting back to the attacks that are anticipated, because they did everything that they're supposed to, and you do too, by way of especially complying, or just listening to them and saying yes. Includes climate change. The announcement of that is definitely just a soft declaration of war on the entire global population. They're saying global warming. They're saying global. They're saying we have to take care of this. And there really isn't a problem there. The problem is within the human organism. The human organism being highly controlled. Not only by, so because they live here in this state of vulnerability, they are being controlled by outer space beings, like creators of them, kind of a thing. But at the same time, it's a tug of war. There's controllers here who are well aware of everything going on with these space beings, and also, there's two sides always going on, and up and on the lower, as far as the head butting. But around here, the human organism is in the middle. of it. You know, different petri dishes that you would call the culture of nations, like, well, especially the ones that we know of, like when we say white, black, red, and yellow. Those are it's hard to explain why we're here as space beings, like as a technology, helping with not just their own civilization, because we're supposed to exchange our wisdom and knowledge as a one organism. There was supposed to be a meeting, and I think it was somewhere here in the United States, on this land, where it's supposed to be peaceful, where we acknowledge all of our connections intergalactically and what's been on the earth here. That's all been just been successfully thwarted because there's an enemy that takes advantage of, that turns everything into weaponry, includes the human organism, who is, like I said, basically under farming. It's just keep it here on this low life frequency, spewing away whatever. See, talk about what has happened lately is that whatever works for you criminals, really, for just whatever works. And that's not good to say to people who aren't enlightened and who aren't. It's just really simple, the spiritual enlightenment that's needed, the benevolence that is needed in order to even have enough power to begin to harness, say, human resources and things. On this plane, on this earth, babes, it's not benevolent takeover. It's not benevolence. It's hard to tell what's happening, with the war. It's always going on. And this is where I direct our attention to if it's just a story, you need to contemplate the life of somebody that would never, they would never be misled away from, say, their real life, which is like, wait a minute, I am in this body now. Some people can remember what's going on. It's the remember thing. Remember. What are we doing here? What am I a member of? Well, Jesus Christ was here. There was something called Christ consciousness that we need to look into, and if you can catch just a whiff of your real life, if you really are, I was going to say daring enough to look into the very nature of reality, then you are now scratching at the body of Christ. I would say you're scratching at your real life. You're scratching at the nature of what you are in connection to the entire cosmos. And I can't say much of it now, and this is true because I think it's because, okay, let's just hang on a minute, wait till these major shifts happen in the cosmos. But babes, there is also the planet besides for the cosmos that is very much we are suspecting it's the sun alone is downloading information into our brains. Boy, since the latest solar flares, my ears are having ringing, and I'm pretty sure it's because of those sun flares. And then there's another thing going on too with my guidance system, my angels around me, that they try to manage my mind, literally. I mean, they don't want me to think certain ways or even communicate certain things. And so lucky me, I have that warning system. And but it's not a fun subject matter to announce that There is also, if you consider the way that they have taken control of the ionosphere with the cloud systems, the way that they have just mastered weather control and being stupid, basically. A lot of things that are going on that just spells out like well, that chemtrailing thing is equal to thermal nuclear war fallout. They're just going on everything, and it's bad news, I know, but why not be honest with what little time we do have here? Where I come from, say my grandmother, when I was cleaning her bedroom out after she passed away, she had reduced her, just her clutter to just in her room, basically. Very good person. And amongst all of the sentimental things that she had there, I found a packet of papers stapled together, and I think it said DARPA, weaponized occupations or something, and just it was copied patents that anybody can go get it, of the current weaponry that's legalized and the things that they have been doing, especially for what I found was the weather control operations. And it's packed over there in the shed. I put, like, all of her stuff could just be packed up into a big cube, actually kind of tight, and those papers are over there. I remember I just glanced through them, like, my grandma, she is on the side of seeing what is really going on, just going like this, because there's another side who, let's say that they're heavy into the New Testament shit, and what I'm saying is, okay, your religions are poisoned. Your outer sources of, hey, we've got it here for you, here you go, and especially the ones that are so organized that they don't want your money. I mean, they do. What I mean is, like, come in, they will kind of give to you. Those are gift-giving fucking predators, babes. I hate to say it. Overall, just good. You're dumbed down now with your Cheerios. You're on that level. You're just kept on a level. You're kept on a level. We're not supposed to be doing that here, and we're certainly not supposed to be keeping our children that way, and the kids do not arrive in order to do that for you, to keep that fucking going. No! We are to advance. We through the children, see what Jesus said was through the mouth of babes. You're just going to hear the simple truth, and then she didn't mention that, you're just going to slap them, inject them with something, and say, sit down, and then put a ball and chain and turn their little round heads into a square, and then I can't wait. I couldn't wait to get up and involved in all of that. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, I want to get involved. I want to do every single thing that they suggest for me to do. Includes eating all of the packaged foods, and I love just opening the cans and drinking them. And what else? Oh, the doctors. I go right there whenever I feel something going on. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I just gotta go to the doctor. And my name is Patrick.